De'Erica Hamby, Megan DeLeo on the center circle, and we are underway. Our crew chief, Maj Forsberg, alongside Ashley Gloss and Blanca Burns. This is Ray Burrell having a strong year for the Sparks. That is a dime to Hamby for two.
Great read off of the switch on the ball screen.
First possession for the Fire. This is Emily Inksler, outstanding defender, improving her offensive game. Late. Shot clock winding down. Late with the jumper, won't drop. Agumake the board.
You will see a lot of ball screen action from Portland. They are #1 in the WNBA in pick and rolls. They like to go to that often on the offensive end.
Outside look, Carlton.
Sue Bird talked about the importance of Bridget Carlton in the opening of our show. She can knock down the three. She's got a lot of great veteran experience on a young team.
This is Burrell from downtown with the answer. Averaging 13 points per contest. Sparks by 2. DeLeo fighting through traffic, cut off. Pass ahead to Hamby. The Sparks like to push the rock. #2 in the WNBA in pace. Burrell working on Potts, cut off. This is Agumake. Mid-range jumper is pure.
So smooth. And she knew that she had the foot speed advantage over DeLeo. Got right to that midi.
Agumake, an all-star once again for the 11th time in her career. Carlton, same spot, different result. And that pass stolen by Late. Late for three. No. Carlton crashing the glass.
Both of these teams struggle to rebound the ball, so whoever is more determined to get extra possessions could very well win this game.
DeLeo can't hit from downtown, and here comes Erica Wheeler. Atkins, no hesitation on the trifecta.
When we talked to Lynn Roberts pregame, she said Ariel Atkins said, "I'm starting to get my rhythm. I'm sorry it's taking this long, coach." But from long range, she comes in shooting 50% over her last 2 contests.
It's an 8-0 LA run. Inksler, 3-ball from the corner, won't drop. Carlton, another offensive board, Late for 3. And a turnover as the Sparks give it right back. Their second turnover already here in this opening frame.
This is the kick out from Bridget Carlton to Carla Late, who is ready to let the 3 fly. That is what this Portland team does. They are going to get the 3s up. They make about 9.9, almost 10 a game, 5th in the league.
Late, strong move to the rim, and she'll earn a trip to the line. Plus the hoop. How about Carla Late? Her ability to get to the rack.
Yeah, she's listed as 5'9". I think that's a bit generous, but she's so quick and crafty, shifty, able to get her shot up even over taller defenders at the rack. And even sometimes she gets to the rim and realizes it's a crowd, and she can find an open teammate from even deep in the paint on those possessions.
And that tip-in was put in by a teammate after the foul, so 2 free throws for Late. You see her numbers this season, leading the squad in points and assists. Came over in the expansion draft from Golden State. And she cuts that Sparks lead to 2. Pocket pass just out of reach for De'Erica Hamby. Another turnover for LA. They're averaging about 15 a game on the season. That's 10th in the league. And it's It's already been a factor early in this one. Nice dime, lays. DeLeo with the feed.
Well, Sparks have not caught up on some ball screen action, just not keeping up with cutters, not really getting on the glass, allowing Portland to get second chance opportunity. They started out this game just moving a little slow.
Burrell, dump off, and a blocking foul going against Carla Lade, and she can't believe it.
You see the reaction from 22-year-old Carla Lade. She is fiery and very competitive.
And it looked like she was sliding to her left there.
She was. Ray Burrell wisely started to shift when she saw the defender there, and so Late would have had to move over to be in front of the ball handler in time.
This is Potts leading the break right into the chest of Ariel Atkins and draws the foul.
And that is the best offense for Portland. If they can either get it off the glass or out of their defense and really run the floor, the half court, they have to rely so much on Carla Late, but everyone can get involved when they pick up the pace.
Potts from Melbourne, Australia, 22 years old herself. This is a young Portland squad. And Coach Serrano has been proud of the development so far this season from this young group.
Well, that's what Alex Serrano specializes in, player development. He spends a lot of time talking about the fundamentals of the game, building team camaraderie. He likes to watch a lot of film. He brings a special type of basketball training called CLA to the table. We'll talk a little bit about that as the show goes on as well.
This is an elbow jumper and won't go from McGrew-McKay. Taya Oblak on the floor for Portland, and her pass nearly stolen by Burrell. Potts, hard drive, and fouled by Burrell.
Potts has been great on both ends. She's picking up Erica Wheeler at the top of the defense for Portland, being disruptive, and right here just showing her speed and athleticism, getting right to the rack.
Coming off a 10-point effort in the last game against Indiana, her third double-figure scoring performance of the season. Jennifer Garner leads an all-star cast and the 5-Star Weekend, an original series based on the New York Times bestseller. Stream it now only on Peacock. Eleven unanswered points for the Fire. They lead by 4. This is Cameron Brink. Back close to home. Looking for a post up inside. This is Atkins with the clock winding down. The floater won't drop. Oblak looking for daylight. Puts it in. Burrell. Outside looks, hands Gray off the heel. Potts has it, had it momentarily and is fouled by Cameron Brink. We have a timeout on the floor, 4:36 to go in the first. Portland started hot, they've cooled off. Meanwhile, the Fire look trying to take control of this game early.
Yeah, they've done it in a few different ways. Number one, they've already been to the free throw line 6 times where they're 6 for 6. They're controlling the glass, and they're also turning the Sparks over. They have 4 points off LA Sparks turnover. They are number 3 in the W when it comes to scoring points off of miscues with 17 in game.
Back to live action, Holly Winburn. Outside look, Boomer with the try. The Let's welcome in the third member of our team, Jordan Cornette. Jordan?
Michael LaChina, the Sparks not getting the memo coming out of the timeout, was listening into the huddle. Coach Roberts and the lock stressing defensively, we have to lock in, get back in transition, attack gaps, be their help side, and contest everything. And then, of course, they go out and give up a 3-ball.
That was much needed from LA's perspective. A mere 3-minute scoring drought for LA, and Cameron Brink with her hand in the cookie jar. Brink with plenty of family members in the building. And we'll see if she remains out there on the floor again after picking up her second. There's Cameron Brink's parents. I'm sure they don't like the foul calls either.
No, when you've got family and friends in the building, you want her to stay on the floor. You know, with those 2 personal fouls, she may not be out there long.
Oh, it's funny. De'Erica Hamby was making her way to the scorer's table and then was sent back. So at least at the moment, Brink's going to be out there a little longer.
Now, that's a good coach. She knows it's a home game for Brink. Let her cook a little bit before we pull her out.
And good hands by Potts. It was last touched by Burrell. And out of bounds, another miscue, 4th turnover of this first quarter for the Sparks. Again, LA did just about everything right in their last outing against New York. Shot 60% from the floor, 51% from downtown, had 30 points off of New York turnovers, and still lost the game.
What a contest it was. I don't think either coach was happy with the defense, but there was a lot of threes and a lot of scoring in that game.
Ball scooped up by Burrell off the Portland miss. Burrell, and looking inside for Agumake, who is fouled by Booner. It's going to be the first on Booner. Second team foul on the Fire. And Carly Samuelson, second of the ball game for Portland. Sarama will go deep into his bench. Good ball movement. Atkins for 3.
Oh boy, Atkins is on a heater early, and this is what they have wanted to see consistently from Ariel Atkins with her coming to the LA Sparks. But again, it just took her a while. But it seems like she is finding her way out of the All-Star break.
O'Brien answers from downtown. Okay, lighten it up early. And there's a touch inside from Cameron Brink, who is fouled inside once again by Booner. LA trying to take advantage of Portland on the interior, picking up some quick fouls here on Booner, who has to take a seat. Booner may not have family in the crowd, so she's sitting after that second foul.
Yeah.
That's a little different.
Not the same level of grace given.
How about Inksler in there to mix it up? And that was close. Could have been a foul on Brink too. But it was Inksler, the aggressor, picking up the foul, but she got the worst of that collision.
She is not happy right now. Having a conversation. Oh, wow.
Yeah, you can see that right cheek.
Wow, that is
already swelling up.
Yeah.
Inksler is a fierce competitor and may have caught that, that left elbow to the right cheek. First foul on Inksler. Ji-Hoon Park in the game. This is Burrell, right in the chest, and a blocking foul going against Portland.
A blocking foul truly is.
And the crowd reacting to it again, feeling Ray was certainly the aggressor in that situation, but after review, Samuelson not in legal guarding position, and so it'll be Burrell at the line, knocking down the first free throws of the ball game for the Sparks. Again, this one physical early as Burrell knocks down for both. 23-18, Fire on top. skip pass. Inkster with the pump. Penetrate. Put it up off the glass for two. That's how you respond. And another turnover. Pass ahead. Sarah Williams. Easy deuce. 9-point advantage for the Fire. Outside three, Gray drills it. Chance Gray from way downtown. Winterburn with the pocket pass. Williams didn't have a shot. Winterburn, nice jab step. Williams stripped by Hamby and tries to poke it away. It's corralled by Samuelson. Off the mark. Winterburn crashing the glass. And a high skip pass to Inkster. 3-ball. Side of the backboard. And the Sparks come out of there with it.
What a long possession for Portland. And you can hear Alex Arama earlier in the game telling his team to go to the old boards. And they have been able to get some second chance looks.
6 turnover for the Sparks. Samuelson heads to the other end of the rim to put it in. 8 points off of 6 LA turnovers. Grant can't hit from the corner. And 45 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Oblak getting fancy. And Inkster couldn't put it in. Fast pace between these two squads. Burrell tried to draw the foul, no call. Winterburn across the timeline, behind the back, around a hard screen, and the screen was illegal. Sarah Williams picking up her first.
There's a lot of pace to this game right now. And this crowd is into it. What a great crowd this afternoon. And right here, you see Sarah Williams trying to set up for that screen, and I'm not sure. It looked like it was a blind screen, so she would have had to give her an opportunity to change direction there, but that was close.
It's one of the differences in this ball game. That was just the first turnover for Portland. About a 3-second difference, shot and game clock. Late with the defense on Gray. Gray over to Hamby. Hamby is fouled. And Carlton may pick this up. And Late is shaken up. Yeah, got a hand to the face. And the officials are going to be looking at something here. We'll see whether or not it's if they reacted to Late going down, covering her face.
Yeah, there were so many things happening there. It looked like the contact to Late's face by Dearica Hamby was incidental contact, but we'll find out what is being used.
The on-court ruling is a defensive foul on Carlton. The pace under review for a possible flail, hostile act. All
right, so they are looking at this as a hostile act. And at first glance, LaChon, I'm with you, it looked incidental, but that is that's the third Portland player that's gone down in discomfort as a foul was being called on their team.
Yeah, and we'll take another look here. So they called the foul on Bridget Carlton, but then the review is the contact with Hamby. Is that your understanding?
Hamby's hand coming down right there and got Late in the face, and that's what they're looking at as a hostile act. But again, that looks incidental.
Yeah.
After review, the contact by Hamby following the personal foul to Carlton is deemed incidental. Play resumes with 2 shots for Hamby.
But with all this physicality, I'm glad that the officials are you know, going to the monitor, because that contact to Emily Ensler's face,
Yes.
I mean, that was scary.
I mean, you can see Late's face, the redness under her right eye, and under the right eye of Ensler, that is swollen.
And I think that's why she's upset, that it wasn't either reviewed for contact above the shoulders or challenged.
Ensler was very upset earlier. Sarama praised Ensler and her poise and not letting her emotions get too high or too low over the course of the game. You mentioned LaChina, her being from New York City. She is a fierce competitor out there on the floor. And she has made some big-time strides this season. As Hamby missed the second. Rebound secured by DeLeo. Clock winding down on the opening quarter. Late. Over to DeLeo. Lost the handle momentarily. Fires. And it's no good. And an eventful opening front. Winning championship back in the 76-77 season behind the late, great Bill Walton. A lot of history here. Second quarter underway after an eventful opening frame. Second turnover of the ball game for Portland as Ji-Hun Park gets to the rack.
Yeah, Park active there, gets a nice deflection and gets an easy offense for the Sparks.
This is Late on the drive, dump off, Booner, nowhere to go, turns inside, had it blocked by Hamby. Hamby gonna bring it up herself. Hamby gonna put it up herself, off the mark, battle for the board, and Carlton comes out of there with it. Carlton for three.
You have to be there. That is what Bridget Carlton is looking to do in transition with the quick release. That's a good shot.
Portland playing without, at the moment, Emily Ensler, who went back to the locker room, has that swollen right cheek after that collision with Cameron Brink in the first quarter. How about Ji-Hun Park once again?
Nice take. Park just puts her head down, gets right to the rim, takes a little bump.
Late, outside to Booner. And, ooh, we got a Reggie. We got a Sunday afternoon wedgie here in Portland. There's Ensler back on the bench with a fresh ice pack. Man, yeah, that eye is goodness. She's as tough as they come. Gonna have a jump ball in the center circle to Leo and Hamby. And the Sparks win that tip. Wheeler fading away, too strong. Back tap over to Carlton. Carlton, step through and foul. Ji-Hun Park picking up the foul.
Looking to be opportunistic. We saw her with the three in transition on that last possession, this time getting right to the cup.
Carlton having a career year for the Fire. Olympic gold medalist Helsie Rivera and Jade Carey lead the next generation of American gymnastics stars at the Xfinity U.S. Gymnastics Championships next weekend on NBC and Peacock. 33-26 is our score. Portland has led most of the ball game. This is Agumake. Mid-range jumper, won't drop. Park, no good. And a rebound pulled out of there by DeLeo. This is Late. Over to Sanderson. Long range, won't go. Carlton, another offensive board. She wants three. Carlton off the mark. And one thing Portland will do, as we talked about, LaChina, is fire up a lot of threes. 13 attempts already. And DeLeo discarding the Erica Hamby inside.
With Emily Ensler out of the game, you can tell that the Sparks are trying to be intentional about running their offense through Dearica Hamby and Nneka Ogwumike. And we talked to Coach Sarama earlier. He said Emily Ensler was going to be important in where they play her defensively because of how impactful LA Sparks bigs can be.
Hamby. Jihyun Park. Trying to work around traffic, cut off by Booner. Good defensive possession. Atkins with the flare. And it does not draw iron. That is a shot clock violation.
They were trying to get to the switch as De'Erica Hamby had a guard on her, but because of ball pressure, they weren't able to get the ball in position to do so.
Late on the move to the cup, couldn't put it in. And this is Erica Wheeler pushing it ahead. Jihyun Park won't take the three. Atkins will. And no good. She hit her first three from downtown. She's missed her last two. Again, second meeting between these two squads. And that's good defense there by Hamby to knock it away. It will stay with the Fire. Sparks won the first meeting by 17 back in June, 89-72. Fire struggled from the floor that night. 36% from the floor, 3 for 28 from downtown. Already in this ball game, they're 5 from 14 from distance. Oblak to work it in. Carlton from distance won't go. And Ainsworth the offensive board. That is 6 offensive rebounds in the first half for the Fire. Oblak threading the needle to DeLeo, and a foul is called. Erica Wheeler picking up the foul. And that's going to be her first. Second team foul on the Sparks. Oblak. DeLeo, good from downtown.
And that middle ball screen action is always good for Portland. And now that Megan DeLeo is consistently knocking down the outside shot at this point in her career, she can pick and pop with the best of it.
This is Brink for 2.
Cameron Brink back into the game, had early foul trouble, but has the height advantage there, and it's a nice banker.
DeLeo upset, unable to corral that pass.
So far in this game, more so than the X and O's, I'd say, to this point.
The Fire have been the victims of the physical play thus far, but they have the advantage on the scoreboard. 36-28 as we approach the midway mark of this second quarter.
And you touched on earlier, this is a young Portland Fire team, so you do have to be able to regroup emotionally from those physical plays and stay focused. So it's good that they still have the lead and hopefully can regain some of their composure.
Not an easy thing to do. But they've responded well here. This is Oblak, and pass ahead to Ainsworth, slapped out of bounds by Atkins.
Oblak will run the offense with Carla late out of the ball game. Got a lot of veteran experience, even though she's new to the W.
Winterburn to get it in. Over to Oblak. 35-year-old rookie out of Slovenia. Here she is, wide and open. Couldn't put it in. And ricochets into the backcourt. Oblak toss it up to Ainsler. Extra pass. Winterburn for 3. No good. And Sarah Williams crashing the glass, but couldn't secure it. And Burrell gets it to Wheeler. Sparks with some work to do. And Bumagay pushing and battling inside with the young Potts. Potts picking up the foul.
Bumagay establishing position down in the low block, and Potts just gets that arm wrapped around. And you can see her saying, come on, young one, okay? I've been doing this for a little while.
Long time. And still getting it done. Brink inside the Hamby, sees a double, slap away by Winterburn. 8th turnover for the Sparks. Emma Atkins with the steal.
Cat-like reflexes of Atkins on that one.
And Hamby pushes it in.
Ariel Atkins has been on point on both ends of the floor early for the Sparks. I don't know where they would be right now without her.
Former all-defensive first-team selection in 2022. Off the turnover, all runway for Erica Wheeler.
She helped to cause that turnover as well. And this is an aspect of Portland's game that Alex Arama talked to us about. Being a young team, sometimes their turnovers can really start to mount and cause them some problems.
They only had 1 turnover in the first quarter, 4 already here in the second quarter.
And it's plays like that, thinking you can thread the needle and it isn't there. Some of it is chemistry of being a team that's just come together, but some of it is just making smarter basketball plays.
It's a team that's learning on the fly. Potts, inbound to Carla Late. Floor general back out there for the Fire. Shot clock winding down. Late lines up a tray.
And there was a miscommunication with Winterburn right there, and it didn't matter.
Second three-quarter of the ball game for Late. Brink with the tray. We got a 2-possession ball game. Late, and that fortunately finds Inksler. Inksler off the mark. It goes out of bounds. It'll be LA ball.
Going back to that play that we just watched with Late and Winterburn, there was like a little, it looked like Winterburn tried to ghost screen, but Late was dribbling right into that area, but it didn't matter. All the chaos, she still knocked down a shot.
He was locked in. Hamby right down the lane. 2-point ball game. Oh, nice feed. Late with the leg.
And it's been tough for the Sparks to keep Portland out of the paint. That has been a theme from the very beginning of this one.
Late leading all scorers with 12. Winterburn once again knocking it out of bounds. And substitutions for Portland. Rita Booner back in. Carly Samuelson along with Megan DeLeo. Time for State Farm with the assist.
Yeah, that's a beautiful pass from Williams to Carla Late, laying it right up.
Brink couldn't hit. And here comes Portland. Late. Starting to heat up. Dump off. DeLeo blocked by Brink. DeLeo got it back. Bucket. And the foul.
Of gaining her attention. The plan worked clearly as the two hoopers were wed just about a month ago, just outside of Iowa City, and the pictures clearly tell the story. It was a beautiful day for a beautiful couple. In talking with Coach Bluter, she recalls it being such a joyful day with so much love, and of course, a heavy presence of former Hawkeye players. Even Pancake was in attendance. Coach said she was nervous leading up to the ceremony, but she said, like she always does, I joked with her and said, your entire career you delivered on the sidelines, and of course she delivered for her pupil on her most important day. David DeLeo there watching, gave his bride a kiss before the game today.
I would imagine she would be more nervous, if not more nervous, than actually coaching a big game for Iowa when it comes to officiating the wedding. I mean, that's...
Coach Bluter's got some free time on her hands now, so she's getting into all kinds of things. I had an opportunity to have a conversation with her last month as part of a speaker series for the Women's Sports Foundation, and she's finding ways to fill the time to leaving the coaching sidelines. But what a beautiful moment.
Yeah, outstanding career, touched a lot of lives.
Yeah.
And what a special moment during the All-Star break. Here is DeLeo. Going at Brink here, had it blocked by Brink.
Cameron Brink has had some beautiful blocks here in the last few minutes of this game.
There's 5 on 4 at the moment. Hamby got free as the Sparks finally take advantage of the short-handed Fire.
Erica Hamby is just so dependable. She's going to sprint the floor. She's going to show hands and numbers on the post-up. Just relentless about getting position for her team on offense.
This is Late. Around a DeLeo screen. Late bumped, kick out, Carlton, boom.
And you can see the Sparks efforting to keep Lake out of the paint, and yet she still finds a way there to deliver.
Carlton finished second in the three-point contest in Chicago. Brent off the mark on a loose ball foul. They'll keep it here. Third foul on Frida Booner in just 8 minutes of work. So Booner's going to have to take a seat. Inksler will check in. Next dead ball. Sparks out there with Hamby, Burrell, Agumake, Wheeler, and Atkins. 3 seconds. Agumake flicks the wrist off the heel. Hamby offensive board. Push shot is good.
Again, the dependability of Erica Hamby going to the boards. She just has a knack for the basketball. Knows where to be and win.
Nice feed to Leo. Puts it in.
Yeah, that finished in traffic and the pass. That's teamwork.
Final minute of this first half. Hamby with the save, but right into the hands of Carlton. Lake now driving. Lake off the mark. And about an 8-second difference. Shot and game clock. How about a Agumake blocked from behind. Got it back. Stripped by Carlton. Ball on the floor. And we're going to have a jump ball. Crowd applauding the effort. See who Agumake is going to jump it up with as we take a look at the upcoming WNBA national TV schedule. ESPN tonight, Connecticut at Dallas, Peacock tomorrow, Las Vegas at Atlanta. That'll be a great game. USA Network tomorrow, Phoenix at Chicago. For all these games, go to WNBA.com or visit the WNBA app. Sparks win the tip. Oh, nice feed, Burrell.
Ray Burrell making a nice off-ball read. She is an outstanding slasher in addition to her three-point shot, which has been money this season.
Shot clock off. 5 to work with. Late. Over to Carlton. Doesn't need a lot of space. Left it short. She knew it was off on the release. Nevertheless, strong. First 2 quarters from Portland. Like a boxing match at times in the first 2 quarters. What stood out to you?
Yeah, I was going to say, Portland's composure, their ability to play through some physicality, because it was a little bit of a boxing match for a while, but they've out-rebounded the LA Sparks. They've knocked down threes. I just feel like they've weathered the storm against a more experienced team. And for the Sparks, Errol Atkins started them out on a really good stretch. De'Erica Hamby joined later on, where they were able to play some off of their defense and knock down some outside shots. So both teams have had their moments, but ultimately that 6-point difference is 2 more three-pointers made by Portland.
Well, the third quarter starts with an offensive foul on Carla late. Let's send it over to Jordan.
Michael LaChina, maybe Coach Roberts for the Sparks is a boxing fan, because she was very pleased with the physicality. She said that's what you got to do when you play this Portland Fire team, match their chippiness. So happy there. She said the overall message is Nneka Agumake goes for the reverse layup. Overall messaging to her group was we got to settle down. Everything's going fine. I mentioned the 49 points they gave up. She said, that's because we're not settled down. We've given up too many offensive rebound, put-back opportunities, and turnovers, allowing for pick sixes. We settle in. Defensively, I love what we're doing in the half court.
Thank you so much, Jordan. Fire had just 1 turnover in that first quarter.
Something else that I'd like that the Fire did was their 10 fast break points, as we heard Coach Sarama going into half talking about some of that pace with Jordan.
This is Ray Burrell getting inside, cut off by Carlton. The shot won't drop. Hamby comes out of there with the offensive board, tied up momentarily by Inksler. Now it's Agumake. Pass outside, Atkins, dump off, Hamby the finish.
Really good find by Atkins. And this is a Sparks team that does assist the ball well. They move it very unselfish. They find the open man. It's really been their defense that's been the biggest challenge this year.
Yeah, they are 4th in the W in assists per game as Potts hits from the corner.
And those are the kind of passes out of the paint that are so impressive from Portland for a three-point shot.
And I think this is going the other way. Offensive foul, Nneka Ogwumike, and once again, it's a Portland Fire player taking a shot.
Look at Carla Lake. She's got several defenders there. She's got one between her and the shooter, and yet the strength it takes to get it out of the middle of the paint for Potts to knock down that shot. That is where Lake is really special.
The officials, again, sending both teams to the benches. They have not looked at that last play. Curious whether or not they were going to look at it for a hostile act.
The on-court ruling is an offensive foul on Ogwumike. The play is under review to see if it meets the criteria for a flagrant foul.
All right, this is the second time that we've had a review for a hostile act. Couldn't really tell contact from that angle. You can certainly see the reaction from Megan DeLeo. This is the fourth, if I'm not mistaken, fourth Portland Fire player to go down from physical contact from the Sparks. 52-47. Hard to see.
Yeah, I was going to say.
But a high forearm. Another look.
Yeah, see, by the time we're able to see that angle, we didn't get to see the actual contact. We were blocked off from that.
So we'll see if this is something or nothing. In the very least, it's an offensive foul on Nneka Ogwumike. It'll be her first. And it'll be the 10th turnover of the ball game for the Sparks.
What was observed was that the foul by Nneka Ogwumike was as a result of the foul by Megan DeLeo, which allows them to go back and review that and put the foul on DeLeo because it was attached to the actual challenge foul on Nneka Ogwumike.
So it works out for the Sparks. With the successful challenge, they can challenge one more time in this ball game. Portland had an unsuccessful challenge in the first half, and they are unable to challenge the rest of the way. As Ogwumike goes to the line, missing on that first free throw. Her resume, exceptional. Fourth all-time in WNBA history in points scored. She's passed the great Tamika Catchings and Tina Thompson this season. She's trailing only Diana Taurasi, Tina Charles, and Dewana Bonner in that category.
Just an extraordinary career, and you can tell that Lynn Roberts made the call to get her more touches here to start the third quarter.
And LA has responded well to start the period. Ogwumike, well off the mark. She pats her chest and says, my bad. Both of these teams playing with desperation. The Sparks have dropped 6 games in a row. Portland trying to snap a 4-game skid. This is Carlton. No good. DeLeo, offensive board, puts it in for 2.
And that is where the energy of this building picked up to start the game. All the offensive glass for Portland.
And Carlton couldn't secure it off the deflection. It will stay with LA. Portland with an advantage despite not shooting well from the floor. This is Ogwumike, not enough on it. Pods the board. Late pushing it ahead. Late penetrating. Lanes off the front iron. Atkins over to Wheeler, sets the feet. Can't hit. Hamby the offensive board, works on Inksworth, flips it up and in.
De'Erica Hamby finished the first half really strong. Scoring, activity, doing all the things that we know that De'Erica Hamby does very well.
Ainxler thought about it, takes it, and hits. 0 for 3 from downtown before that make. Ainxler with the steal. That's what she does best. Ainxler over to DeLeo, off balance, draws the foul.
Carla Lake with another strong cross-court pass where the Sparks didn't have an opportunity to get out and contest in time because that's how quickly the pass got there. So Ainxler on offense with the shot, and then here, you mentioned her defense. She's number 3 in the W in stocks. That steals plus blocks. Her defense ignites this team. And that was a perfect example of her impact.
She is the only player in the WNBA top 10 in both steals and blocks. She takes a seat with 6:50 to go here in this third quarter. And just like that, the Portland lead extends to 9. Oh, nice feed. Hamby off the dime from Atkins.
Really good two-player game right there with Atkins and Hamby.
DeLeo. Oh, got some space. The sea parts.
Faked the handoff and said, I'm going to keep this one for myself.
That's Mrs. DeLeo. Hamby. Working on Boner, nearly lost it. Agumake now.
Sparks got to get better spacing right there. There you go.
Hamby going to work.
Yeah, just by NECA creating a little bit of space right there with Hamby allowed her to get that pass in. And Hamby is going to work. 17 points for De'Erica, 8 for 10 from the field.
61-54. Fire with the advantage. No, good poke away. Hamby doing everything. Hamby to Agumake. Five-point ball game. Late. Midway mark of this third quarter. Carlton stops, got some space, can't connect, and Hamby clears it. Hamby 1 rebound away from another double-double. Hamby, 8th in the W in field goal percentage, and we're seeing why.
On a personal run here. Her motor, that's what you know about Hamby. She can just outwork you and outplay you.
Leading all scorers with 21. Late can't hit the pull-up. Hamby once again, and there's the double-double. 21 points, 10 boards, and she throws a pass to Baj Forsberg, who's the official, but Atkins caught up with it.
I think that was a little fatigue setting in.
Burrell, no good, and it's tapped over to DeLeo. Late, down the lane, stop, scores!
The Sparks unable to get back in transition, and Late, who is so quick, gets into the paint.
Wheeler to Burrell. Burrell couldn't put it in. Bodies on the floor. A tie-up, and it'll be a jump ball. Ariel Atkins and Bridget Carlton. This one has been intense from the jump.
All right, here, De'Erica Hamby just fighting for position. She knows how to use her body and give her hand to the passer so you know exactly where to place it. And she does it early and often on every possession. So dependable. Never stops moving, never stops playing. She secured some really good defensive rebounds as well in that stretch to go along with her defense.
And it's going to be Portland basketball after the jump ball. It's been an eventful day for Lynn Roberts and the Sparks dealing away. Kelsey Plum overnight. They were 2-9 without Plum while she was out with that lower left leg injury. trying to get back in the win column after a 6-game losing streak is Oblak. Well off the mark. Makes it a little bit different, LaChina, regrouping when you trade a player of that caliber when she's been out of the lineup for such a long period of time.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, and the Sparks have had to adjust a couple times this season because it was an early injury from Plum, and then she got injured later in the season.
And Winterburn off the mark. And so LA picking up Monica Koa-Makani in that trade, a 2027 first-round pick, 2028 second-round pick, and Koa-Makani, a young, talented, defensive-minded floor general who's on her way to LA.
Yeah, when we talked to Lynn Roberts earlier, she said, listen, you know, Plum was not going to come back, and she said we needed to recalibrate the roster and restructure it as well. So she said no hard feelings, and she said she didn't find out till last night, but yeah, what a move.
Yeah, she found out with the rest of us. This is Agumake. Good.
Good lift on the backside by Nneka Agumake.
She's now in double figures with 10, her first three-pointer of the ball game. Samuelson. Now Boner hits the accelerator, but put too much on it.
She felt Cam Brink's footsteps right there at the end. Good move, though.
Wheeler. Pull up over Williams is good. And just like that, the Sparks on top. First lead for LA since it was 10-8. Winterburn fouled. Holly Winterburn headed to the free throw line from Northampton, England. And she is familiar with Oregon. She played most of her college career over in the UK, but did play 1 year for the Oregon Ducks. Let's take a look at the upcoming WNBA national TV schedule. ESPN tonight, Connecticut and Dallas. Peacock tomorrow, Las Vegas and Atlanta on USA Network tomorrow. Phoenix at Chicago. For more on these games, go to WNBA.com or visit the WNBA app. How about that Chicago-Las Vegas game yesterday?
Oh,
that was something else.
Sydney Taylor, if you don't know the name, you better learn it.
Get used to it.
What a big shot for the win. Rookie, undrafted.
She is special. Again, Las Vegas on our airwaves tomorrow, taking on Atlanta on Peacock. This is a corner three from Agumake. All of a sudden, they can't miss. LA 67, Portland 65. Winterburn is coming.
That's a pro move. And that's what they will need from Winterburn in the absence of Sarah Ashley Barker.
Chance Gray, second triple of the ball game.
Woo. LA's come out firing in this third quarter.
This is Oblak, and the mini drops, home rims. Jihan Park, and finally, LA misses from downtown. Ainsler. Approaching 50 seconds to go in the third. Burrell to the rack, foul. Ray Burrell will shoot two. What a turnaround in this third quarter for Los Angeles.
And there's been some over-helping, that time on ball side by Portland, that has left three-point shooters open. Nneka ready to let that shot go. That is where, over the last few years of her career, you've seen improvement. She continues to get better in various areas, but that three-point shot is money now for Nneka Ogwumike.
LA has outscored Portland 28-20 thus far this third quarter. Huge response coming out of the locker room. Burrell hits 2. Burrell with 9 points so far this afternoon. Great crowd here at Moda Center. Carlton making it rain. Burrell over to Hamby. Hamby's had a big third, lost the handle. Late stepped out of bounds.
Sparks catch a break on late going out of bounds because it looked like it was going to be going the other way on the turnover.
Great inbound. Brink, double teamed. Her pass to Burrell, finally secured. Burrell put it off. Brink the offensive board. Shot clock is off. We're going to make a clock adjustment because it's 14.2 on the game clock. And so 2 seconds on the shot clock after the reset from the offensive rebound. 2.2 difference between the clocks. Burrell in the corner. Shadowed by Carlton. Gave it up to Hamby. Hamby with the cross. Hamby the drive. Can't finish. 2 seconds. Inksler did not get it off in time. But how about this? After 3 quarters, Lachina, they shot 55% from the floor in that third quarter. Knocked down 4 of their 8 3-point attempts to get back into this ball game. We are tied at 72. And this is the fourth quarter. Brink, the mini. Carlton over to Inksler. And that pass bounces over to Samuelson. Outside to Carlton. Shot clock under 10. Carlton draws 3. Lays. Wild shot won't go. Chance Gray pushing it ahead. And finds Jihan Park beyond the arc.
And Portland just unable to get down there in transition. They were nowhere near that shot by Park.
Again, the Sparks, number 2 in pace. They get up the floor quickly. Carlton!
And that's a 1-2 punch that is special, Carlton. Boy, what a beautiful 3-point shot.
Carlton coming off a game where she hit 7 threes Friday in that loss to Indiana. As Burrell from the corner.
Okay, you get a 3 and you get a 3.
There's Oprah vibes out here. Late.
That ball screen in the middle of the floor and
Rains from Bridget Carlton.
how do you not recover to Carlton?
Jihan Park. Back and forth we go. I know only one team has the nickname, but both teams on fire. Late, count it, and put her on the line.
Carla Late making exceptional reads in the middle of the floor. Good ball screen, and Late with a lean over Cam Brink at the rim. One of the smallest players on the floor, but most fearless when it comes to the attack at the paint.
Big heart, big intensity, big fire. And she's made a home here in Portland. We're tied at 81.
Someone better be guarding Park in the corner right now if you're Portland.
We've seen a combined 18 points in the first minute 58 of this fourth quarter. That's an offensive foul. We're going the other way.
That's her fourth personal foul.
Portland looking to regain the lead. Both teams all flames to start this final quarter. Late, pull up K, won't drop.
And that was a tough one. That was a difficult, high level of difficulty on that shot.
And another offensive foul. And no, it's going to be overturned. Mons Forsberg, the crew chief, overturning the call. Initially called an offensive foul on De'Erica Henry. And instead, it's going to go against the Portland Fire. Both teams with a team foul thus far. Agumake, strong. Late on an island with Park. Late, good! Wheeler, nice speed. Park pushes it in.
Yeah, great job by Erica Wheeler getting the deep dribble penetration. Defense starts to collapse. Park seems to be in the right place on every play right now.
Giving them good minutes off the bench. She has 12. DeLeo goes down hard, still scores.
But unafraid to attack the shot blocker and Cam Brink. I like that battle, that back and forth.
Nice speed. Agumake off the dime from Park. We are knotted up at 85. What a fourth quarter this has been already. Pocket pass stolen by Wheeler. Wheeler, one of the fastest in the building, leaves it for Brink, who puts it in.
The way that Cameron Brink can run the floor at her size, much speed. 6'4", but has great length. I don't know, I'm 6'4", I'm gonna have to stand next to Cam. I think she's about 6'5".
I feel like both these teams need a timeout. This has been breakneck speed to start the fourth. The lefty leg from Carlton. 87 all. And late called for the foul as Wheeler goes down hard, and she is holding that right leg. Mercifully, we have a timeout. Carl Late is 22 years old. I was thinking, Olivia Miles had to do it earlier, but Olivia's 23. That's a good guess. You jumped right to that. Right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Sometimes
you got to be aggressive.
It fits this ball game that we have here. A good one, 87 all. Inside, this is Brink, bumped by Boner. And Boner's going to pick up her 5th personal foul. All right, here's the answer. Caitlin Clark and Sue Burke. See, come on now. They got the best partner in the game. Come on.
Okay. I've been doing this that's the sad part, is I've literally been doing this long enough to have covered all 3 of those players on the screen and played against Sue.
Wild. This is an outside look from Atkins. Started the game strong, hits a 3 there, her 4th of the ballgame.
14 made 3-pointers for the LA Sparks at a blistering 54%. Wow, that's hard to do with no defense.
Traveling violation going the other way. Again, they shot 60% from the floor and 51% from 3 in their last outing, speaking of LA, but it ended in a loss. Yep. Can their blistering shooting be rewarded in this ball game against Portland?
Only if they get the necessary stops.
Right now, they lead by 3. Atkins going at Carlton. Atkins off the mark, got her own. 3 seconds on the clock, no reset. Brink from the corner is off. One possession game, and it's officially a clutch game. Carlton blocked by Atkins. Brink comes out of there with it. LA got the stop. Wheeler off glass. Bank is open on Sunday.
We could see that shot directly behind Wheeler, and I said that is off, but only without the glass. That was the only way that shot was going in.
Sparks have scored the last 6. Oblak.
High level of difficulty on that finish by Oblak.
And out of bounds. A turnover for the Sparks, their 12th of the ball game.
Right here, Erica Wheeler coming down the floor. Looked like she might have mishandled the dribble, but picked it up in time to pull up and get that off the bank. The glass was kind.
And that's the appropriate reaction.
Yeah, yes. She knows it.
2-possession ball game. Both teams trying to snap extended losing streaks. Oblak, oh my.
Wow. LA unable to keep the ball out of the paint. Oblak showing some shiftiness.
Inside, Agumake rolls out. Portland looking to tie or take the lead. Oblak bumped by Wheeler.
And of course, why not go back to Oblak off of the dribble in the middle of the floor, because it has been good to Portland. The veteran Oblak right here has 2 defenders tied up, and Wheeler does not get back in time to get in front. Good use of the glass, head up, just toughness.
Oblak takes a seat, 12 points in the ball game. Carla Late back in for the Fire. Inksler inside. Carlton tried to leave it for DeLeo, stolen by Agumake. Carlton got it back and is fouled by Agumake. It's going to be the first foul on Nneka. And she got caught with an offhand as she picked up the foul.
Oh yeah, when she went,
shoulder.
She was reaching in and caught the arm of Bridget Carlton to the face.
You see a little redness around the nose.
Yeah, she's going to stay out there.
This has been a slugfest in ever since. 93-91, 3 minutes to go. Pocket pass stolen once again. Wheeler off to the races. Ahead to Agumake.
Wheeler is reading that well, and so you have to adjust if you're Carla Late. And here's another turnover.
And Inksler gets it back. Burrell took it from Inksler. And we're going to have a jump ball.
Agumake took another hard fall.
As they wrap up Simba camp here at Moda Center. Jump ball, and it's won by the Fire. Late. Sizing up Wheeler. Late. Poke away from behind by Wheeler. Never giving up on the play.
Yeah, Wheeler's making some real veteran reads here defensively on Late. We saw her knock the ball away on the middle of the ball screen action, and right here gets a tip as well.
Late. And using every bit of that 5 seconds. Inksler. Working on Hamby. Inksler flips it up and off. DeLeo the board. Mid-range jumper is pure. Neither team giving up. Hamby off balance, no. Carlton across the timeline to Inksler. Late on the logo. Late. Dump off to Inksler. Inksler spinning. Inksler couldn't score. Got it back. DeLeo. It is a 9-2 Portland Fire run, and they lead by 1. 2000 to 2002. During that stretch, they only beat the LA Sparks once in 10 tries. And that game was in LA. They'd never beaten the LA Sparks here in Portland. They lead by 1 with under 90 remaining. Agumake from deep. The Sparks back on top.
We have seen it time and time again this season from Nneka Agumake, hitting big, long ball late in games.
The future Hall of Famer, late, over to DeLeo, off the mark, and it goes out of bounds. It will stay with the Fire. 1:09 remaining. LA by 2. Late on the drive, and she took a shot to the chin. LA had a foul to give. Enhance the way you WNBA with WNBA ID. You can easily sign in across devices, get personalized content, and unlock VIP access to the league. Scan that QR code for more. Here's Late. Stops outside. Samuelson, the pump fake. Penetrates outside Late. Extra pass. DeLeo. No. And a tie-up inside. Inksler wanted to call as she was battling with Hamby. We have 47 seconds remaining. Pressure time here in Portland.
They're going to go
Wheeler. Agumake finds Hamby. LA over the century mark, and they extend their lead to 4. An eventful day from LA, traded away their leading scorer. They
something going to the rim. I mean, when you think about the impactfulness of Carla Late creating, you got to think she tries to set up Bridget Carlton. And we might even see some middle ball screen action for Samuelson or Carlton. Those are other options that they can go to here on this possession.
So once again, they're out there with DeLeo, Inksler, Samuelson, Carlton, and Carla Late. Carlton has hit 6 3-pointers in this ball game, 1 shy from matching her career high, which she matched in the last outing on Friday. Inksler to get it in. It's Late. Tries to split the defense and is fouled, and Late will go to the line for 2 with 27.6 remaining. So that works out for Portland.
Yeah, you can't get distracted with everything else. The ball's going to come back to Late. You have to know that and be prepared for her because she's so quick. And they've been to the free throw line. This will be number 17 and 18 for Portland, while Sparks are not even in double figures from the charity stripe.
Late pure on the first. An 89% foul shooter on the season, makes both. 2-point ball game with 27.6 remaining. So not much of a difference between the shot and game clock, about 3 seconds here. So I'm curious how long Portland is going to play defense before they put themselves in a position where they need to foul. Portland, they do have a foul to give. So let's revisit how we got here. And it was lights out to start this 4th quarter.
Yeah, I mean, the ball was going in on both ends, and you have to credit Portland for the way that they have attacked the offensive glass. That's really been the difference. Several of their scorers have been in second chance opportunities, and They've been aggressive in that aspect since the very beginning, but then here comes the sparks, the ball screen action, Erica Wheeler pulling up with confidence, Nneka Ogwumike finding Dearica Hamby. There's just been a number of plays that they have made down the stretch. So both teams showing up and making it happen when they needed to.
You mentioned the second chance points, 16 second chance points off of 11 offensive boards for the Fire. Fans have provided energy all game long in this matinee battle at the Fire Pit. Closing moments of this second meeting of the season between these two franchises. Ray Burrell to work it in.
And the Sparks have to be cutting to the ball because of the activity of Portland defensively. They like to get tips and deflections. You got to get open here.
There's the foul to give. Took just about a second off the clock. Burrell. Into Ogwumike. Ogwumike downhill, and she's fouled by Samuelson with 22.9 remaining. And so Nneka Ogwumike, an 85% foul shooter on the season, with 2 big free throws here. Pure on the first. 21 points, 10 rebounds, her 13th double-double of the season.
Reset timeout is called by the Fire.
And what a second half by Ogwumike, because she only had 2 points at halftime. She has done a lot of work.
She went right to work at the start of that third quarter. She's just given the Sparks a 4-point advantage with 22.9 remaining. Here's off the reset timeout. Late to get it in. Over to Carlton. Carlton. Ties her career high with her 7th triple of the ball game. 1-point game. There's the foul by Inksler. And so it will be Erica Wheeler. Also an 85% free throw shooter on the season to go to the line.
I mean, this is a high level of difficulty on this shot. That was a very good contest. Atkins probably would have loved to run her off of the line, but the fadeaway on that shot by Carlton falling out of bounds is how she got that to go. That's big.
24 points for Carlton. Wheeler good on the first. 103, 101, big free throw here. She got both. And a full timeout now from Alex Sarama to draw something up with his team trailing by 3. This game has been something.
Man, big shot making, clutch plays, physicality, everything you want on your Sunday afternoon here in Portland.
(104-101) as we mentioned, LA entered this ball game understanding that their star player, their leading scorer, Kelsey Plum, had been traded away to the Phoenix Mercury. They were 2-9 in her absence with that left lower leg injury, and they've rallied in this ball game against the Fire. Had a strong start, then Portland took control, led by as many as 10, and it's been a complete turnaround in the second half.
And that's the response you want to see if you're Lynn Roberts coming out of the halftime, for your veteran group to say, okay, now it's time to come out. And they've just played more aggressive. They take care of the ball. They've hit shots. And they forced turnovers. That is probably one of the more surprising statistics for me in this game, as we know that it's Portland that likes to turn teams over. But it's actually the Sparks who scored 17 points off of Portland's 13 miscues.
Portland trailing by 3. They're third in the WNBA in three-point attempts a game. They could go for a quick 2. But again,
that doesn't seem like their style.
Let's see what they do here. Inbound to Carlton, toeing the sideline, lost it out of bounds. Atkins with the defensive pressure.
Ariel Atkins is a 5-time all-defensive player in this league for a reason. How big was this?
Oh, off the knee. That is tremendous hands by Ariel Atkins. Hamby, inbound to Pumake. That was a dangerous pass. Now it's Wheeler, fouled by Samuelson with 13.2 remaining. And in this game where we've had big-time bucket after big-time hoop, threes raining both ways, the play of the game may have been a defensive play by Ariel Atkins.
Erica Wheeler, shooting 2.
You have to really credit the mindset of the Sparks team because there was so much news around the Kelsey Plum trade, and that can get in the way of your focus. But they have really fought and found the grit and the toughness when they've needed it.
2-possession ball game. Sparks leading by 5. Pass ahead to Late. Now to get into it quickly. Late around the world outside to Inksler for 3. No good. And it's out of bounds. LA ball. You said it, LaChina.